Let's take it to the streets. Street Fighter 6. Got another rental fighter on the clock, and this time we're looking at A.K.I, A.K.I, A.K.I. We're gonna put her in the Metro City downtown because she's slimy. Dirty hoe. We're gonna take a look. 56 seconds on the clock. Times 60. Street Fighter 6. Let's check her out. She has a nice, she has a very nice voice style. She's kind of like a mature jury. A maturey. Let's see him. I haven't seen anything about her. Same thing with Rashid. I really was like avoiding matches with this character. You gonna just give me the traditional streets music breakdown? Alright, let's take a look at this girl first. Let's put the frame-o-meter off. Let's just look. Do we like all of the lines on the frames? I don't know. I feel like they changed some things about this game. Let's turn it on. Let's get this all set up first. What was the one thing that screwed me up the last time? Started A.K.I, block after first hit, it's very good. Recovered random, very good. The recording, how come this, go to basic settings. No, recording settings, record replay. Let's start that. Let's delete that. Countdown, nothing. What is this auto and on input? Set recording conditions. Setting this auto records the moment you resume battle. No big deal. And then, start replay. Repeat replay. I think this is what I needed on. Whether the playback records automatically or not. Selecting always repeat playback will cause the recording to restart when menus are open and closed or when the playback finishes. What? Replay info display. Disable only for random playback. Gotcha. Repeat replay. Always repeat playback. I think this is what we want. Anyway, well, we'll get into it. I think this is what it was. Reversal settings, start replay versus record. Alright. And then, everything's on refill. Are we ready to go? Are we ready to look? I'm ready to look. How about you? It's about time we check out A.K.I in Street Fighter 6, the second of many DLC to be released. She seems slow. Already, she seems slow to walk. But I do like her. I want to like her. Did she just... Was that a graphical anomaly that we saw? She like lifts her leg and look at that. She whips her dress around. Everyone's trying to show off in this game. I'm hitting L1 like it's the block button, Mortal Kombat. Her walk is slow. I'm going to say that now. And I'm also going to say I was never a fan of Fang in Street Fighter V. I like Bang in Blaze Blue. She has a very amazing forward dash. Wow, that is good. Very forward dash. I've even seen that characters have varying dash speeds regarding their total animations. 19 to 23 is pretty good. So I like her forward dash. I don't like her back walk, you know. And her jump, I don't know, something about it. It's very fast and tall. It's like Adon in Street Fighter 4. It's very fast, very tall, and very short. So her movement so far for me, maybe not my taste, not my type, but that isn't to say that she's not very good. So let's start looking at her moves. 5-frame jab, I do not like that. It also doesn't seem that long. It's almost like a 5-frame jab. It almost feels slow and seems short. It doesn't really seem as long for requiring more startup speed, as well as the fact that she's got these big nails on her. Why should it take so long? She's got these big nails. You would imagine she would want something fast. So then we have this target combo after that. Automatic target combo. It's a second move. Let's see what she is on block for just one jab, -1. And then for the jab, -3. Alright, so you could double jab, no big deal. double jab. What's the hit stun on the first one? 4. And then start up on second one's 8. I don't know. It looks like it's a true combo. But, they're, what is that called? Chaining? Chain hits. Jab, jab. Okay. It is what it is. If you need a 5-frame punish. Maybe, okay. We're getting ahead of ourselves. You can drive rush it. So you can drive rush double jab. Which probably means you could special cancel double jab. So, yeah, you could special cancel it. We're getting ahead of ourselves, but these are the types of things that we can look at. Why would it be necessary for her to have a 2-hit chain off her 5-frame stand jab? Well, maybe it makes it easy to do a 5-frame punish combo. So that's why. Drive rush cancelable, special cancelable, so it would be pretty easy for you to dial something in. And it's not that short range. And you can mash jab and just get the single jab, and it only chains into that target combo on hit. So this is a good mash. Okay, it's a good mash. What about back jab or forward jab? So she's got a jab, it's a 2-hit chain, I just explained everything about it. Let's move on to her strong. 6-frame strong, I like that as well. And it does move forward. It moves a hell of a lot more forward than Chun-Li or Rashid's. A.K.I, she's the one. You know, the main queen with the plan. That doesn't rhyme. -3, I like that. I like that. +3 on hit, -3 on block. And it advances forward and has good range. I like this. What about a back strong? What about a forward strong? Okay, I like that. Moves forward. Hey, if she's got forward advancing normals, maybe she's a charge character. Yeah, I like that. 6-frame, forward advancing strong. That's safe. I like it. Let's try the Fierce Punch. Now this reminds me of Rashid's Fierce, in that it's so 12 frames. He had some Fierces and some roundhouses that were not very good. This one seems very good. This one seems like it reaches extremely far. And it's fast. And what are you on block, sweetheart? You are -5? Well, no one's punishing you from this range. Let's set them to block everything. You know? Who's punishing you from this range? Well, maybe A.K.I. Let's see if I can record her doing that. I don't need to do that. I'm hitting L1 like it's the block button in Mortal Kombat, but instead it's the short button in this game. And then let's see if we replay it. Does it replay it? Yes. There we go. Repeat replay. Thank you. So I should be able to get this punish out. Punish counter with a jab. But what if I'm not in range, you see? Look at that. What if I'm not in range? What if I'm not in range? Do it again. See that? Alright. Alright, pretty good. So her stand Fierce I like. It's fast. And it has such good range for that speed. Like, why do I say that it's fast even though it's 12 frames? Well, from the length of time that you're going to use, imagine something else that's going to reach this far. It's going to be a 26-frame drive impact. It's going to be some 20-frame projectile. So 12 frames to reach as far as moves that are almost twice as long to start is pretty good. And the fact that it's -5, it's not like -12. It's not like you can punish it with itself. Good luck punishing this. Most people wouldn't even, I mean, even if it were -6 or 7 or 8, good luck finding a stand strong or crouch strong. Good luck finding a standard crouch medium kick that's going to reach. So this is so far range and it's going to reach. Can you drive rush? We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's make her take the hit. Block after first hit. No drive rush. See, look at that. No drive rush. You get the dash afterwards. But maybe it's a good crush. Maybe it's a good, you know, they're swinging their low forward at you. Maybe this could go over a nice low forward. Let's see. You know? Let's see what she wants to do. And it's just a poke. It's not even like you have to hold forward. Hit me. Counter hit me. You know? Nice retaliate maybe. Punish counter. Alright. Maybe. Maybe. It take a little bit of anticipation, but I like this move. It starts fast. It has very long range. It's technically very safe-ish. It's safe-ish. It could be a good whip punish. Yeah. Solid. Solid long range, safe-ish move. Good for whiff punishing. I like it. Back fierce, is that anything? No. And forward fierce. So forward fierce is something. I want to also point out stand fierce advances forward a little bit. And technically walks her forward. So she might be a charge character. We don't know that yet. So another thing they just showed me was double fierce is a move. So she's going to have target combos that I may not know about. And then it poisons her. And look, she's racking up damage over time. Look at this. Let's note the damage here. It's at 0. And then look at that bubbling up to 1274. And now does that go away over time? Slowly over time? Or do I have to stab her again? It goes away. Let me do it twice. Just as nice. And then it pops. So she's poisoned. A second combo will pop her. Look at that. Knocks down. And then again, pop goes the weasel because the weasel goes pop. So we have a... That's enough for fierce. Let's do forward fierce. Her forward fierce is not an overhead. It's just another high. Let's see what it is on block. That's -4. It's 16 frames to start. If forward advances, does it walk her forward afterward? Yeah, she steps forward. She pokes forward, pulls back, and then walks forward. You're not going to be able to hold back, so you're going to abandon any charge you might have if she's a charge character. And it's -4, and it puts you so safe. It puts you so safe. You kind of are in range. I don't know. Maybe a Jamie down 4. Sometimes she's not reaching. Maybe I might whiff. All right, maybe it's tough to punish. Forward 4. I don't know. I don't know that I like this. -4, but it puts you so close. I bet you there are characters that could... It seems like there would be a character who could reach if they had a 4-frame stand jab. Maybe not a crouch jab, but a stand jab. I bet you Ryu could reach. And Jamie, he has a 4-frame crouch jab, which is, ironically, probably the longest 4-frame move. So I don't know about this one. Forward fierce, it's a high. I don't know. I kind of like stand fierce more just because it's faster and it reaches farther and doesn't move you as forward as much. Let's see. So I'm going to reset her here. Notice how my butt is behind the red graffiti just behind the front tire of that car. And I'm going to move forward and now I'm barely in front of the driver's side door. What about this forward fierce? Yeah, it moves me forward more. It moves me forward more. I'm by the blue and red. Her right leg is by the blue and red decal. Yeah, this moves. You can see the whole door. You can see the whole side view mirror. I don't like this forward fierce. It's slow. It puts you closer to them. It's essentially just as unsafe. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. What's her down jab? It's a 4-frame down jab. It kind of aims up a little bit, but it doesn't seem to reach very well. Like, look at this. I mean, that's good reach for one hit, but what are you going to do off that? What are you going to do off, like, the farthest range hit? I don't know her specials yet. We're just seeing what's special cancelable. You know? I mean, you're going to have to... Whoa. You're going to have to macro it with... So they did this thing where if you hit a drive rush move, you can hit both medium attacks to do a drive rush rather than doing forward. So not only does it reduce the amount of inputs for the command by 1, it also prevents you from not only missing the input for the drive rush, but a lot of times I'll want to drive rush something. Low forward drive rush is a perfect example. And you'll do low forward, you'll do, you know, crouch medium kick forward. And the crouch medium kick whiffs, and then you do a normal dash forward. So using that macro of both mediums is going to prevent you from getting an accidental empty dash after a whiff normal you wanted to drive rush. So, and then that also comes in handy, you want to drive rush off something that's so fast like a light attack, it hits so fast, and it recovers so quickly. Maybe doing this, what is going on here? Maybe doing this, that little shortcut's better than trying to do jab forward into a special, come on. it'd be easier to do. Look, I can't even get it. I get jab. Look, when I try and do jab, crouch jab, forward, I get a jab into a dash. But when I do crouch jab into both mediums, which I've got macroed to L2 for my parry button, you get the drive rush. So it's pretty interesting. 4-frame jab. What is this on block? -1. I mean, I kind of like her stand jab more. Oh, does her... What has more range? I think they both have identical range. I don't know. Maybe the stand jab has better range. The slightest little pixel of better range. And it has that nice chain that gets you in there. Yeah, I like that. And you can drive rush combo that. I like that. I like that. How much, it's kind of funny seeing how much frames you have to work with drive rushing out of something rather than into something. Like, if I drive rush into something, it'll do 4 additional frames of hit stun. But if I drive rush out of something, like, how much hit stun do I get hitting double jab? I get neutral. So what is she allowed to do after that, right? Like, if I record myself doing... You could do it twice. I guess I don't need to record. You can just test. Like, what's the slowest move I could get? I can't get 6 frames. Look at that. Jab, jab, strong doesn't work. So you can get jab, jab, drive rush into jab for 5 frames. But then you can't get strong out of 6. So interesting. So trying to figure out like what you're allowed to get. Maybe that gives you +4 and it cancels it. Let's see what the cancel is. Because look at this. Jab, jab. Let's look at the frame meter. It says 4 startup, 2 active frames, and then this blue recovery, but you're chaining it into the next one. Startup is 8. 7 frames of green startup into 2 active frames again. So if I let it recover, you see, if I let it recover, it's got 14 frames of recovery. This 2 chain stand jab combo, but then what happens if I drive rush it? Look at that. The recovery for the second hit of jab jab goes completely away, and now I'm drive rushing. Cancel into 13. So it's just interesting thinking like everybody knows you get an additional 4 frames of hit stun, you know, drive rushing into a move. But what can you work with drive rushing out of a move, you know? So you do drive rush, strong, strong. We're getting ahead of ourselves. But we know how to break down characters now. So anyway, her crouch jab, 4 frames. I don't really like this either. It always seems like it's gonna whiff. What's the hit stun on that? 4. So you can chain itself. Does she have anything fancy? No. 3. You can chain crouch jab into stand jab. So can I mash like crouch jab twice and then into stand? You gotta link it. You can't just mash jab and then let off crouch and stand up into it. It's not gonna work. What's the hit stun on it? 4 frames. And stand jab's 5, so that's not gonna work. You can't do crouch jab, stand jab. Ooh. That's rough. Alright. You're gonna have to do that. But I mean, you can combo it into at least. You can at least combo it into drive rush, stand jab. And then get the chain. And do whatever you want. You know, jab, jab, drive rush again. So, crouch jab, drive rush, stand jab. You could do something like that if you wanted. If you were so inclined. Alright. Anything else? Let's look at crouch strong. 8 frames. That seems slow. It seems slow compared to some of these 7-frame crouch medium kicks and 6-frame crouch and stand strongs. 8 frames. She seems interesting so far. Maybe her attacks are fast, even though her movement is a bit slow. Her walk speed's a bit slow. What is it on block? -3, so it's safe. Alright, she seems rather safe. Maybe she's the type of character I like. Long-range pokes with safe recovery. And then I'll just space control them. Yeah, maybe. She likes dashing forward when I don't want her to. This Crouch Strong has a hell of a lot more appealing range than the Crouch Jab. I almost never want to press this button, but I'm confident that this button, the medium punch, will make contact. What about you drive rush that as well? Alright. Is it a low? Does it count as a low? No, it's a high. I don't know. It kind of is just a poke. It's kind of just a good poke. Maybe when I look at her specials, we can see some stuff we can build off this. Rather than, yeah, but I like it. I like it. You know, the 8 frames, sometimes when you get a move that starts slower, you can almost suck or capture their quicker attack into it. So they think that they have the time to do a 5, 6, 7 frame crouch jab, crouch strong, low medium kick, but you are going to use the additional startup to let their attack whiff, and then you will capture them with a whiff punish like stand fierce or crouch strong. Maybe, you know, it's kind of like a delayed sweep in Tekken. It always catches them blocking high, you know what I mean? So these longer to start moves that at least have equivalent long range hitboxes might be good both in terms of range and speed to more properly time a whiff punish. She's doing her Tai Chi. Let's move on. So down, forward, medium punch. This is now going to be her overhead as opposed to forward fierce, which are most characters. She has a medium overhead on a crouch forward command normal, crouch forward command medium punch. 24 frames, that's slow even for a Street Fighter 6 overhead. It is -2, safe like them all, but I don't know. Now the one thing I'm noticing is this purple effect on the move. It looks like she's needling her nails into the purple. That might be a pop. That might be a pop. No, it's not. I was gonna say maybe she's got some mechanic where when they're stabbed with poison, some of her needle moves create new combos, but that doesn't seem to be it. It just seems to be a bogus overhead. It's kind of like, and it's like, what are the odds that you're gonna catch them with this, right? Or like, I was thinking like, well, you were just talking about whiff punishing. What about a whiff punish, you know? Make them stick something out. But it's like, in 24 frames, that's 3 times as fast as this crouch strong. What are you gonna catch them with? It doesn't seem to hit. Maybe you can get something off it. Maybe you can get a link off of it, or, you know, the overheads are not bad if they can set up guaranteed pressure even on block, or if you can maybe link something off even just a counter hit, not a punish counter. I think Jamie can get a jab off his overhead on counter hit, but not normally. Same thing with Ryu. Like Ryu can combo pretty easily off his overhead. So and Lily can combo off drive rush overhead. Same with Chun-Li. So yeah, I mean maybe that's what it is. Maybe drive rush overhead +7. Yeah, okay. It's possible. It's possible that it's useful for something. It is an overhead, not nothing. Let's move on. It's not the most impressive. Maybe you can get something on a combo. Let's look at her crouch fierce. 10 frame low. I really like that. It's interesting that her crouch fierce is, like I'm saying, her move list is sort of topsy-turvy. Her crouch fierce is a sweep rather than an anti-air uppercut. She doesn't have anything on down back or down forward, so I don't like command normals on crouching. I don't like that. I like command normals on standing. So she's got this 10 frame, which is very fast, especially for a sweep. Slow walk forward, crouch. Also, again, it moves her forward. It's starting to make me think that she might be a charge character. -8's pretty punishable. You can get a low forward, you can get a crouch jab, or I mean, crouch strong. So this is very punishable, but I mean, the range is pretty good, and it moves her forward. What is it, like dash range? Dash range. What about jump range? Yeah, jump range. You could do jump back. I mean, you could like knock them down. You could do a backdash. Maybe that's your strategy, backdash. Because again, this jab, it's not going to come out. To do hits of the jab are not going to come out on whiff. So what else are you going to do after a backdash? Maybe that's a strategy, like you want to backdash a throw attempt. I kind of like that concept. You could do stand fierce. It's not like they're going to be able to crouch it. So let's play this. She jumped forward. Let's do this. And play that. Yeah, you can do something. You can't duck it. It's not like you can duck this high. So, crouch fierce. A 10-frame sweep. I like the fact that it's so fast. I like the fact that it starts fast and it moves forward. But her stand fierce might be the safer option. So off a backdash, I don't know, you want to get crazy. It might low profile on or something. That's what we need to see. Let's record her doing stand fierce. Or I got to make her block low then. Counter hit because I started faster. I'm just starting faster, not really low profiling. Counter hit. Maybe as a punish. I mean, I like the move trading. Yeah, okay. That trade tells me that it doesn't low profile. Highs. Okay. I'm willing to accept that. So, I like it because it's a very fast sweep and it moves so far forward. I just like it. Is it going to be dangerous? Yes, but I think it has a use. It's more useful than some that are so blatantly like a suicide mission, you know? Lily's, Chun-Li's. It's like, I like sweep. I'm a Street Fighter player. I like sweep. They do a low forward, you do a sweep, you know? I like Jamie's sweep, I like Chun-Li's sweep. They're just not good moves. You can't drive impact cancel them, you know? They're slower than a low forward. So the thing is, like, sweeps in this game take longer than crouch medium kicks, but they reach farther. So they're almost designed to be used as far range whiff punishes, not necessarily just risky low knockdowns. But I like her sweep, and it's on crouch fierce. That's tricky. All right, let's look at her stand kicks. Let's look at her stand kicks. Now this stand light kick is 5 frames, just like her stand jab, but I would imagine that it reaches farther. Yeah, it does. The most slightest bit farther. The most slightest bit farther. And it's +4 on hit. So, can you get... Yep, you can get, technically, stand short, crouch jab. Can you drive and rush it? Yeah, just with a press of a button. I like that. Nothing on back or forward light kick. Just standing. Does it special cancel? Kind of weirdly, and that's a combo. Wow, okay. So, when I was wondering before if moves were special cancelable, some of the moves were not seeming to combo. Like, they could special cancel, but it didn't count as a combo. So, like, crouch jab does 4 frames of hit stun. So does stand short. Why does stand short combo, but some of these others don't? Like, that's getting blocked. But then that hits. You see that? Isn't that weird? So, I don't know what the special is, quarter circle back punch. But, like, crouch jab doesn't combo into it, and neither does stand jab. But stand short does. It has 2 hits. But they all do 4 frames of hit stun. So it's, you know, it's nebulous. But anyway, I like this. Sure. And it's like, it kind of obfuscates what she's trying to do because she's still standing. And you can drive rush. I like it. I like it. I don't know why. I just like it. She's growing on me. Let's look at this stand medium kick. 9 frames. That doesn't necessarily make me happy. But the range is deceptively long. Boy, she really throws her foot out there. Alright, the range makes it extremely good. Look at somebody like Lily or Jamie. They got no range on their stand medium kick. But Aki, boy, they really fixed them. Maybe these DLC characters are going to learn from, I guess, the flaws or the narrowness of the launch release characters. And you could say this about Mortal Kombat 1 as well, because you design, 18 to 24 characters in isolation for 3 years, 4 years. You don't really know how they're going to play out outside of your internal developer playtesting. Then you put them in the worldwide internet, and it's like 300,000 people in a network test or 1 million people at a launch of a game, and they're finding, they're finding Sub-Zero, Infinites, and they're finding everything else, right? So then they realize, like, oh, maybe we should make a stand medium kick with decent range if we're going to make it 9 frames. So that's what they did. It seems pretty cool. Can it drive rush? No. Alright, but that's fair. That's very fair. I like it more than Rashid's, and I remember liking his. I like this move a lot. So she has extremely far range. Maybe I like that. Maybe I like that. She's got extremely far range. Hey, maybe I'll watch Daigo play her. He's been playing her, right? Maybe I'll watch Daigo. 9 frames is not bad for this range. What the hell do I care what this startup is? And again, it's probably a nice whip punish. I think that I like Aki. I think that I like Aki. And I'm starting to like the feel of walking around with her. I like how she goes, ooh, she kind of like waves her hand around. She's kind of like Raiden in this game with that haircut. She kind of looks like Raiden. So what move was I using? Stand medium kick. What is it on block? Let's be safe, huh? -2. Hey, I think I like Aki. I think that I like Aki. Alright, alright. A 9 frame bar reaching stand medium kick that's -2 on block and +6 on hit, which means drive rushing into stand medium kick gives you 10 frames to work with. That's pretty good. Won't get a fierce combo off it, but hey, can you get a sweep off it? Wait a minute. You should be, yeah, 2 hits. Drive rush, stand medium kick, crouch fierce is a sweep combo, 2 hits. So stupid, but it's possible. Okay, I like this move. Maybe I like Aki. Hey, maybe I'll play Aki. I've been in need of a main character in this damn game. Alright, stand roundhouse. Another 9 frame move, and this time it's an anti-air. Let's really test and see before I get too excited if it's such a good anti-air. Counter hit. Alright, counter hit. Ooh, punish counter. Beat me. I don't know. That first one. So it seems that the hitbox is only... Look at that. Let me explain what's going on here. Let me explain what's going on here. I'm gonna break it down for you right now. Break it down. I'm gonna break it down for you right here. Look at the animation of this move, right? Do you see how she... You can see the swing of the foot in front of her. You can see that it appears as though her foot is rotating around in a counterclockwise manner in front of her, and we'll even make her hit on the ground because it hits on the ground. Look at where it hits. It kind of hits in her bosom. I'm not trying to be crass. That's the truth. You know? Between her belly and her bosom. That's where it hits. What does that tell me? This move has less of a frontal hitbox and more of an orbital hitbox above her head. And it's not really going to work to anti-air things in front of you. Even though it looks like her foot is cartwheeling counterclockwise, rotationally in front, it hits above. That's why it's not quite working well as an anti-air. Yes, you can prepare it, please. Look at that. It's not really going to be the best anti-air. You're going to really have to be aiming at 2 o'clock. You're going to really have to be aiming at 2 o'clock to hit them out of the air. They really got to be above you. So maybe, man, I was going to even say maybe like a potential anti-cross-up or something, or you could walk by. Let's make her jump over me. You know? Doesn't even hit. It doesn't even hit even if she wanted to do a cross-up move. Let's see if she's got a cross-up. No. What's her... We're going to test the jump real quick. What crosses up? That seems to. Crouch short. So, we'll test her doing... Let's test her doing... And I'm gonna try and anti-air with stand fierce. So she's doing jump short. And I'm gonna try and use fierce. It's not really gonna work. And you know what's also so funny? A.K.I's jump is so high. Her jump is so high, she jumps over this especially high anti-air. It's a little weird. Maybe it's like a cross cut. Maybe it's like an anti-crossover jump, you know, anti-air. I don't know. That's an interesting concept. Okay. Maybe. Theoretically, the concept is there. As per like a just typical anti-air in front of them, nah, I don't like it. It has a very high hitbox, and they wind up jumping so high. So yeah, it isn't like you're Luke and you press down fierce. This is like your A.K.I and you press stand roundhouse. I don't think it's effective as a forward anti-air aiming in front of you, but maybe vertically and maybe against cross-ups. We'll leave it there. What else does she have? Let's see what it is on block. Okay, so the other thing that I like about it at least is it does have enough of a hitbox to be used as a standing normal, and it's 9 frames, so it's not the slowest thing in the world, and it's safe, -3, so you don't have to worry about, like, other characters, they're crouch fierce, it's like a big damage, good combo move, and like a punish starter or a move in a combo, and it's a great anti-air, but they're so unsafe. At least with A.K.I, you don't have to be afraid that, well, if I want to try and use stand roundhouse to do something like catch them jump, what happens if she were to be like, I'm gonna jump over you or something like that? Like, you know, you're trying to be like, maybe they're gonna jump or something. You know, like, you're trying to think about what they're gonna do. Stand roundhouse at least doubles. If it's not the best anti-air or anti-cross-up, at least it doubles as a useful normal. It's fast enough. It's definitely safe. Can it drive rush? Yeah, it can drive rush. Maybe it's a big, you know, maybe it's just a big damage move. What else does she have that's drive rushable? The fact that it's just drive rushable, maybe it's a good combo starter, like a good punish. A 9-frame punish. Maybe this is a better 9-frame punish with the drive rush than her stand medium kick. You know? And if it's drive rush cancelable, it's probably special cancelable. So, okay, I think that her stand roundhouse has a lot of uses. Maybe it's not the best anti-air, but even as a legit normal, a safe, fast, standing punish, I'll take that whether it anti-airs or not. So I really like it. Let's continue advancing forward through A.K.I's moveset. And then she has this, forward roundhouse. I think I like this character a lot. It's 14 frames, but it takes her off the ground. So that means that we're going to wonder about a number of things. And it's +2 on block, and it hits twice. You know, your results might vary about breaking armor, but it does hit twice. That probably means something for something. Maybe not drive impact, which can absorb 2 hits. But what about Marissa or Zangief, who have fierce attacks that can absorb 1 hit of armor, you know? And they're throw characters. She's super anti-throw. What we want to find out is if this avoids throws by taking her off the ground, and if it crushes lows. So what are we going to do? It's already advantage, not just safe advantage. It's, again, a forward advancing move. 14 frames for something like this is fair and square. And it's a high. Alright, so let's see. We're going to record her doing this. And then we're going to make her do it. Alright, what can you do? I counter hit her as she's starting. You got to do it, sweetheart. The second hit me. Whoa, punish countered me. Because there's 2 hits. Hang on. Let's, okay. Counter hit. Counter hit. She's not off the ground, though. Counter hit me. I don't know. It might be a good low crush. Counter hit. It's low crushing me, dude. I'm doing crouch short. That's 5 frames. If she's off the ground, that's punish counter. God. Punish counter. I mean, depending on how you could start it, it seems like it might be a low crush. Not just because of... Because when you look at the startup, what the hell do you mean a 14-frame move is beating out and counter hit interrupting a 5-frame crouch short? And look at that range. Look at that range. I'm going all the way to the 4th chain indicator on the frame-o-meter. So look at this. It's going forward twice and it's hitting forward twice. The fact that it's so high off the ground and it moves you forward a little bit and it hits twice, even if the first hit missed, you're going to get tagged by the second hit. So you know, you got to make her full whiff. Challenging her, you know. It's a good move to get out. Once it's out, you know, once you pop, the fun don't stop. And it's +2. It's so crazy. It doesn't need to be legitimately invulnerable to lows. The fact that it works to beat them so often. Either I'm already... Look at that counter hit. She got me again. Crouch strong. Well, a faster light attack isn't going to do it. So now you just want to think about, what about a fast standing normal? Counter hit. Counter hit me. Boy, once it's out there, you don't really see her coming off the ground too. By the time she's off the ground, the hitbox is active. And again, if you're far back enough to not get hit by the range of the first kick, you don't have the time to safely start another move to interrupt between the first and the second hit. If her forward roundhouse whiffs on the first hit, the second hit is hitting you. It's definitely making contact. You're either going to be forced into block, or you're going to get counter hit trying to start anything. I wish I knew, like, what's the gap between both of them? It shows that it's 13 frames to start, and then the first hit's active for 3, and then there's a 5-frame window where you can try and... It's like, it's its own frame trap. There's just enough time for you to think you could start something and get screwed. That's crazy. So then now let's see. Now let's see if it beats throws. Counter hit. I counter hit her. Counter hit me. Let me record her doing that. Reach the required amount of kudos. Well, thank you. Get that message off the screen. Oh, whatever. That's exactly how I feel about it. Throw escape. She grabbed me. So it's... Damn, look at this loot. I'm gonna mash it. Success. I did it. I'm off the ground. You can see me. I'm off the ground. So then maybe it's not an, maybe it's not good against throws. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm going to say that it's not... I'm going to go on record and say that it's not good against throws. Because I'll tell you, Chun-Li's forward roundhouse is perfect against throws. That is off the ground, throw invincible. Forever. So I think that this move is getting beaten by how fast a throw is. 5 frames. I think that A.K.I.'s forward roundhouse is not an anti-throw technique. But it's definitely an anti-low technique. It just seems to work that way. So, okay. Okay. Wasn't what I thought it would be. She can't be too strong. I will take a very, fairly fast and extremely safe or plus forward advancing move or long range move over just some anti-throw. I can do a throw. I can do a throw tech escape. It's no problem. It's no problem. Alright, so she's got a nice roundhouse repertoire with this big standing punish and this double hit anti-low. Let's continue. Let's move forward. So we've already seen her crouch short. It is 5 frames, but boy oh boy is that long. Cannot be drive Russian or driven rush. I don't know, but it can't be drive rushed. This. What else can it do? What is it on hit? It's +3, so it's not going to combo into anything either. Not even the jab. Yeah, you get a jab off that. And then you can drive rush. So you can do crouch short, crouch jab, drive rush, stand jab, jab. You could to try and build combos off of these lights. It's very far range. 5 frames is perfectly fair for how ranged it is. Boy, she's got good range. Maybe I'll play her a little bit. Maybe I like her. Yeah, no big deal. What is it on block? -2. Okay. I don't know, nothing special, but it definitely works. It does what it's supposed to do. It's fast, but very far. I like it. What about her stand medium kick? 7 frames. They could have gone with 8 or 9. They could have made it slow. So 7 frames is extremely fast. It's +4. What is it on block? -3, so it's safe. She's very safe. Maybe I like her. Doesn't seem to be able to get a drive rush off that, even with the macro. What about a special cancel? No, not special cancelable, not drive rushable. So then what are we going to want to look for? We're going to want to look for chains. We're going to want to look for link combos into a crouch jab. That's all she's going to be able to get. A crouch jab. Because everything else, stand jab and short and crouch short are 5 frames. So low forward is 7 frames, but stand strong is 6. So if you were looking for something to punish and lead to more, why not go with the faster move that is also just as forward advancing? Like, the range on... Maybe if I put her in the corner. The range on crouch medium kick is almost equivalent to what you could get with... the stand strong. Almost. If you needed the, like... If you needed a frame-perfect, range-perfect punish, and you needed it to go to something. Because you can drive rush stand strong, but not crouch medium kick. So... I mean, 7 frames and it's safe. I almost like that more. And for some reason, drive rush and crouch medium kicks was never my thing. I guess because it's my old Street Fighter habit of wanting to hit confirm low forward into like a special or a super. Maybe it's super cancelable. Yeah, there you go. Alright, we'll do a super cancel off it. That's what we'll be looking for then. So that's what we'll be looking for. We'll be looking for low forward super. I'm playing Street Fighter Classic. But yeah, for some reason, and maybe it's because of the double forward command, like down, medium kick, and then double forward. Maybe I just didn't like that. Like, I noticed it with Cammy and Chun-Li and Jamie. I just don't like doing it. With Jamie, I'm always trying to go for, like, stand medium kick into drive rush, even before the macro. So, with A.K.I not being able to special or rush cancel her low forward, it almost creates a new dynamic for this character that's different from the rest of the cast. You're not going to have this habit of low forward fireball, and you're not going to have this habit of trying to poke at the low forward just to do a drive rush off it. So what are you going to use it for? Well, it's 7 frames. That's great. Doesn't need to be any faster than that. It has great range, and it's safe. It's a safe, long-range, fast low that you can poke with and use. So what will we use it for? You can combo into a jab, but like I'm saying, if you're close enough to combo into a jab, you're probably all... Like, if you are close enough upon hitting a low forward to combo into a jab, you probably were also close enough to hit with a stand strong. But then you ask the question, why did you get the hit? Was it a punish or was it a low? Because at least crouch medium kick is a true low. You know, so if you're thinking about, you know, the best punishes out of, like, block at range, maybe you would go with stand medium punch as a punish, but just for a decent poke to start something, you know, get used to looking for either... I mean, because then, in order to be close enough to combo crouch medium kick into jab. You might want to do something faster to start. Like, you might already need to be close enough. You know what I'm saying? To hit with it, like, to make contact with the jab as the second hit in a combo. Technically, you can do it off crouch medium kick, but in order to be so close, you could have done crouch short, which is 2 frames faster, and still been in range to chain into this jab. You see what I'm saying? With how close you need to be to combo into a jab from low medium kick, you may have been better off using low light kick. And you can kind of mash that. Crouch light kick into double jab, and then drive rush, get something else. So I don't know, but it's still possible. I don't know. I like the fact that it's 7 frames and it's safe. Without it being cancelable, we're gonna have to think about what we want to do with it. Maybe maybe she can get nice things off a counter hit or a punish counter. Because that would put it at what? +6 and +8. So from +8, she's got some 8 frame stuffs. What do we got? What do we got off +8? Crouch strong. So let's just put her at counter hit, punish counter. How far is this crouch strong? Look at that, punish counter, even from good range. So you could be poking with this, looking for, maybe that's what it's for, fishing for counter hits. You can do crouch strong. Off a punish counter, you can do crouch strong because you have the frames to work with, which can be drive rushed. That's still kind of short range as well. Might be easier to do stand strong because it forward advances and it's fast. That'll whiff. What has better range? Stand strong or crouch strong? Let's see. Do they have identical range? Let's turn that off. I'm going to do crouch strong and try and find the peak, the edge of the range. It's pretty far. Because stand medium punch moves her forward, so you can't really check that. By the time you can hit with a stand strong, it's like you've already moved forward close enough. I don't know. Yeah, so maybe crouch medium kick is useful for counter hitting combos. How are you going to convert this into damage? It's a fast, safe, long range low that can't be special canceled or drive rushed. How can you convert a combo? You can use it for super, or you can use it for maybe a counter hit combo. A normal counter hit. Yeah, that's worth looking at. A normal counter hit gives me 6. So, I mean, stand strong. Maybe that's your go-to. Crouch medium kick, stand medium punch. Maybe that's like a nice trap or something. Maybe that's nice. What is that on block? -3? Yeah, maybe. I kind of like that idea. It still keeps you at -3. I like that idea. Crouch medium kick, stand medium punch. She's like a very traditional Street Fighter character. I might play her. She's cool. She's kind of. I would love to see her in action against a moving opponent. Seeing how her normals fit together. I like the game plan of her normals. Maybe I'll put it together into a strategy. All right, I'm prepared to move on. What was I looking at? So then, does she have any other command normals off down forward or down back, light kick or light medium kick? So then let's just look at crouch sweep. Again, another 10 frame move. Maybe this is her anti-air, and her crouch fierce is her sweep, and crouch roundhouse is her anti-air. Weird. Let's see. Ten frames. Down forward and down back. Roundhouse don't do anything. Her crouch roundhouse is just 10 frames. It's -3, so again, she's obsessed with being safe. I like that idea. A nice space control poke character. And in this game, when there's no... Street Fighter 6 is interesting because the game does not have chip damage. So traditional ways of pressuring to try and bother people with chip damage and frame advantage to get them to do something to like get out of the way or retaliate, it doesn't really apply in this game because they can block all day long. They have parry, there's no chip damage outside of burnout. So what you're really trying to do is either like, what do you want to do? Try and hit a low sweep or an overhead that are like unsafe or that start slow. You want to get a throw that just knocks him down for some 10 damage. Who gives a shit? Like, mix-ups in this game are not really that frightening because they don't lead to a lot of damage. So then it becomes, well, if you can't pressure somebody to do chip damage and mix-ups don't lead to much, what's the whole game plan here? And it's all about counter hits. It's all about daring them to swing a button to extend their hitbox, but you still remain out of range, and then you whiff punish them, or they try and come in and start a move and you slip a faster move inside their startup and interrupt them for a normal yellow counter hit, or they swing some big heavy move that is like not cancelable. You do a drive rush, you just tap a jab to interrupt them, or you jump into a full orange whiff punish counter combo, drive rush, level 3, you know? So this idea of like, it's all about baiting them into doing something and then counter hitting, rather than poking, controlling space, pressuring, leading into like combos and mix-ups. Counter hit's the name of the game in this game. It's all about these like one-by-one interactions, these like turn-based chess moves where it's like, I'll do this and you'll do this. Oh no, the rental period. Well, I got more. I'll do this and you'll do this. And that idea of looking for the counter hit kind of dictates the meta game that we're playing with Street Fighter 6. It feels like a good mobile game. But let's go back in there. I have more rental options. Let's see if we can rent this girl again and play some more. I'm having fun so far. A.K.I. Go back into training. I should have more rental tickets. And if I don't, I like her so far. Metro City Downtown. Use rental fighter. You tried out Aki. Let's try out Aki. She'll make me proud. What is that vat she's like dibbling and dabbling over? Ooh, she's got a beauty mark too. She's got a beauty mark. Damn, is this her tune? Let's check out these tunes. Heading back into training mode with Aki. We've got her soundtrack on now. Looking at the final attack in her move list, Crouch Roundhouse. She seems like she could be a potential main character for me. Finally, I find a character that has my traditional Street Fighter footsie style of play. A lot of long-range moves, a lot of safe normals, and a lot of counter-hit fishing. So let's continue looking at A.K.I, a.k.a. Aki. Down roundhouse. So is this any type of a... Is this any type of an anti-air? Maybe this is her better anti-air. Rather than doing stand roundhouse or crouch fierce, maybe you want to do crouch roundhouse. Wow, big punish counter. Maybe. She really ducks to the ground. Might not be good against cross-ups. You could just dash out of the way. Like dashing, I guess, toward them when they jump over you up close. She has a very fast dash. Counter hit me. I don't know. Could be. It could be. It could be a decent anti-air. Down roundhouse. Yeah, when they're jumping over you, like even drive rushing out of the way. Like drive rushing under them. So let's see. So if we're done with her regular normals, I think that down roundhouse could be a decent anti-air. If I'm done with her normals, let's look at her command list. We're just going to go for specials. and then we'll move through the normals. I think that's how I did it. Nightmare Puke. What is that called? Nightshade Pulse. Quarter circle back, light punch. Launch poisonous bubble towards the opponent, useful for checking the opponent from a distance, and poisons them if it hits. So now we're looking at special attacks. It's interesting that she has a projectile. Out of nowhere she gets a fireball. I don't know if that's fair, unfair, or what. What is it on block? -10. So very unsafe if you were to combo into it, but she's so safe already, you don't really need to worry about comboing into fireballs out of old habit to make them safe. The moves are already safe. And then Nightshade Chaser. During the pulse, triggers Toxic Blossom. Extend talons forward to burst the bubble. In transit, burst widens the bubble's range, and talons themselves can poison the opponent. Forward. Oh, so it's kind of like a zone tool. After it's launched, can you dial it in? Yeah. She'll do it fast too. Listen to her. I do it fast. She goes, burst, burst. Huh, cool. Can you extend the range? Let's look at the car. Or does it just go up? Yeah, okay, it seems like there's one range. You kind of have to dial it in. You can burst it. What about the poison itself? Blows up. So maybe in a combo you could hit with it. You could probably do this in a combo. How can I do that? Yeah, okay, so you can use it like to end combos, to put the poison on them. Whoa, whoops. Let's see what combo. So there. So let's just say, stand strong, down back jab, is this poison, and then you can burst them again. She's got a lot of stuff. Alright, it's pretty easy. Quarter circle back jab, and then forward jab after that. It's almost like a, I don't know. The timing feels like a link, but it operates like a special because it's just like it's a guaranteed cancel. I like that idea. So you can blow it up to end the combo. Does that do more damage? Stand strong. The fireball is 1131. And then, yeah, the pop is 1766. Alright. I like that. That's cool. All of a sudden, she's got a projectile as if she needed it. Talons pierce the ground, creating a pool of poison. Opponents that touch the poison will become poison. Say poison one more time. And then she can get burst on that, I guess. What about that? She gets poisoned. So, when they're poisoned, some moves pop them up. Does that do damage? That doesn't do damage, it just makes them poison. So now they're susceptible to a new combo type. She's poisoned, and then now she's gonna burst. Alright. Susceptible to poison. What about this Toxic Wreath? Slashes forward with talons while creating a poisonous bubble, then immediately bursts it. Easy to use in a combo. Poisons if hits. It's a high. So, I didn't see too many of her normals that burst their bubble, like this double fierce target combo that also poisons them and then bursts them. I guess all the moves that cause poison can also burst them. No? Because I was going to say you could do something like you do a move that inflicts poison, continue the combo with Dry Brush, let's say, and then end the combo with the move that bursts poison. Maybe you could set that up. Down back fierce. That looks like it's gonna whiff a lot. Yeah, look at total frames of animation. 51, even though it starts fast in 13. So I wonder if you want to just stick to the, if you're gonna special cancel anything, do you just want to stick to the fireball? Yeah, because look at the fireball. Stand strong, down back fierce. 1371. But then I'm getting multiple dashes here. But then if you do the quarter circle back jab and then burst their bubble, it knocks them away and does more damage. So maybe I'll just stick to that. It almost feels like Jamie's Rekka, where you do quarter circle forward punch and then you keep holding forward and press punch subsequent time. That's what this down back jab feels like. Down back jab, forward jab. So down back fierce, I don't know if I like that. Quarter circle back fierce. Maybe in certain combos if they're already airborne, like you would need something with a vertical hitbox. Kind of reminds me of Reptile's big ball. I don't know, I don't really like this Toxic Wreath. I don't know why. What about on block? -4. Technically punishable. Maybe a Ryu or somebody with a nice stand jab. I mean, but what about this? What about that fireball? What about the burst? -16 from very far away. Well, she has a long range move. Why don't I record her doing it now? So then, let's see. Punish counter. Ooh, even with... Yeah. Yeah, okay. So... maybe you would be better off not bursting their bubble because... on block. Because it has a set... it has a set distance. You dial it in. Look at it, smacking over his face. The guy in the background. It has a set distance and it's -16. There are characters that have moves. Maybe Manon, she's got like quarter circle back medium kick. It's that, well, that's the big flying kick, and then she's got the light kick, which is like the sweep. It's not very hard for a character to find a 16 frame move that's going to reach that far. And also, I bet you, like, if you try and start bursting like this shit, can you drive impact through it? That's what I was wondering. Not just on whiff. Like, not just on whiff, but even on block. Alright, I'm poisoned, so she got me. So if I do successfully block it, I can't mash drive impact. Maybe you kind of can because I'm close enough. Keep doing that. The whip is already in place. By the time I try and start drive impact, because I blocked the bubble, her whip is already active and she's, but from point blank. I don't know. Maybe I just started drive impact. Yeah, maybe I just started drive impact and ate both the hits. I don't know. You could always try. Can you drive impact out of blocking? I mean, you could always just hold block and then try and drive impact. Look, up very close, it worked. I just did it there. Point blank range. And I'm holding down back. I'm holding down back, point blank range, and mashing drive impact. Well, you don't want to do that because then you might get it after the fact. Weird. It says reversal. It said reversal timing. Did you see that? Reversal timing. So maybe sometimes you'll get it. But I mean, that's extremely niche. She would never do that point blank. I'm just trying to learn the properties of the move. But I like the idea of just a projectile. So then what are we establishing? I would only burst it in a combo. I would never... like that right there. That's not a real combo. But make them be on point and say, oh shit. Like, make them be on point and say... man, I'm doing MK style. You know? Try and find a punish for this. Alright, well, I guess Stand Strong's pretty easy to use. You know? So then maybe on block, this is when you would use Down Back Fierce. So maybe, I mean, you have a normal attack. All of her normal attacks are so safe anyhow. It's not as though you have an unsafe normal that's special cancelable, and you need to use, like, Down Back Fierce to make it safe. I would not... So what have we established? Quarter Circle Back Jab is a unique projectile. What is that saying there? The yellow. Is that just poison? That's not, the frame meter and you. Projectiles active time. Alright, that doesn't mean like projectile invulnerable or anything. No big deal. She's got a projectile. I would not burst this on block because it's so extremely punishable. A lot of characters will find something in 16 frames to reach you. As far as just the poison ball, you also wouldn't want to do it up close, but it's still a useful projectile, and the whip is useful in combos. So keep it for combos. As far as on block, maybe that's where Down Back Fierce comes into play. Does this hit twice? Yeah, it hits twice. So again, a double hitting move, that could be useful, kind of like her forward roundhouse. The thing about this character is she has a lot of very fast normals that are also extremely unusually safe. Not just like, you know, -5 or 4. They're like -3 or -2. So, her special attacks, we don't really need to use A.K.I's special attacks to control space and poke in the game, because her normals do that exceptionally well. The projectile's more like, it's interesting that's a tool she has to fight characters like Guile or Dawson, you know? Characters that need their projectiles as a normal tool to put a hitbox on the screen, reach very far, and kind of control you and shut you down. So the projectile is useful. The whip is unsafe. Use it in a combo. Quarter circle back. Heavy punch. I don't know. It's safer at -4. But it's not as big in a combo as the light version, so I don't know. We'll watch some of the quote pro players and we'll move on. I'm just kidding. They are actually pro because they make money. Serpent's Lash, quarter circle forward, any punch. Extends talons at a short distance, pierce opponents and poison them if it lands. Useful in combos or as a ways of checking opponents. So this is now her longer range. She has like an LED light that goes further than the actual ball of the attack. There's like a ball that's lit up, an orb. It's by the dumpster right now. I'll try and put it under the stop sign. It's like right under the stop by this guy's shoes. Look at these shoes. But so the light extends farther than the hitbox, I think. And then that poisons them. What about on block? What is this on block? Let's go point blank. What is it on block? -8. Let's make them block all. What about from even far away? -6, so safer. -7. Yeah, okay. I mean, you still might be able to find, I don't know, a 6 or 7 frame move from this range. Probably not. How fast does it start? 14. So if she's in range, how close does she need to be to make it -8? And what do I have that's -8? I have something. What do I have that's minus? Crouch, yeah. So let's record her doing this. Oh no, that's the wrong one. We're not there yet. So can I punish her with Crouch Strong, which is -8? How close would I need? When she's going to be doing it from so far back. You know? Crouch Strong, Stand Strong, Crouch Medium. So it might be useful. The thing that I'm saying is, if you're not close enough to punish it, she's not going to be doing... If you are close enough to punish it, she's not going to be choosing to do this move. You know? So then it's like, well, okay, how fast does it start? It starts in 14 frames. what do I have that's faster than 14 frames that could potentially interrupt her? You know, I have Stand Fierce, I have Crouch Fierce. She's beating me. She's beating me. You know, that move might be pretty good. You would need to anticipate that she's about to swing this, and then try and interrupt her before it starts. You have 14 frames to get in on her. If you have, I mean, you see what I'm saying? Because it's like, she has this very useful 12 frame Stand Fierce, which is going to be fat, or like Crouch Fierce, 10 frames, which are going to reach long, move her forward, and be faster to start than this purple move. The risk of this purple move is it applies and pops poison, and it's safe enough at a range where you're not going to be able to get a good punish on it. So could you interrupt it during its startup to get in? If she's using this to keep you out and you're getting really bothered and bullied by it, maybe like, you know, Blanca Rainbow Ball or something to get around it. Maybe a dive kick, dive kick character. And I'm saying, do you have a long-range forward advancing move that's going to interrupt it in 14 frames? You could also drive impact it. Whoops, I'm recording. Shit. Damn, that was a useful thing. Punish. Yeah, you could drive impact it, so that'll be the risk. But it's still a long-range tool. I don't know. It pops poison. In a combo? I don't know. She has so many long-range moves, I wonder if the risk of doing something... Like I talked about sweeps being far range, but being uncancelable, so they're very risky. Maybe Quarter Circle 4 jab is risky, because you're kind of locked in. So then she has the anti-air version. This is almost like a Blaze Blue looking anti-air. Like these weird diagonal upward hitboxes. Let's see if let's see if it really works as like an anti-air. It's kind of slow. You're gonna do Quarter Circle medium and it's gonna be 17 frames to start. You want to trust this? It's kind of like, you're gonna get jumped in on. And look at that angle. That angle is bad too. And so sometimes when okay, there's a variety of decision-making processes when you choose to do a move. One is you're just kind of flowing. You're choosing and deciding to do something freely. It might whiff or be blocked or clash with what the opponent does. But you learn, oh, our moves collided. He did this, I did that, and the moves collide. That's what happens when worlds collide. The other thing you could do is you could say, oh, he jumped, I'm going to react. I'm going to react. He threw something, he threw a fireball, I'm reacting with a teleport. He jumped, I'm reacting with an anti-air. That's seeing him and inputting something. But that's because the thing is so fast, you can use it on reaction to counter them. He drive impacted, I drive impacted. You see what I'm saying? The step beyond that is then anticipating something. I think he might throw a fireball. I'm going to key myself up to maybe jump. You know? He's going to jump. I'm going to get ready for an anti-air. It's like the anticipation is believing something will occur ahead of time, and you're kind of trying to prime your execution to be on point, but you wind up getting ahead of yourself and maybe slowing down. And you're revved up and keyed up to do the wrong thing. Like, I'm going to do low forward super. Oh, shit. And you just dialed it in on anticipation. It's going to hit. And then you forgot training mode is on block all. And you just blew yourself up. It's party time. And then beyond that, it's making a read. He's going to jump right now. Boom. You know, he's jumping, I'm anti-airing. He's going to throw a fireball, I'm jumping. You know, he's attacking, I'm reversaling. So it's almost like committing to a read is the same as just kind of freely flowing. But anticipating to what he's going to do and trying to guess and like volunteer yourself to a read, that's almost worse than reading, and it's worse than reacting. You're almost not doing both. So why I went on that long diatribe explaining fundamental strategy in a neutral game for a fighting game is that this move as an anti-air starts so slow you can't use it on reaction. And so the only way you would use it as an anti-air is to anticipate that they're going to jump. But why are you anticipating that they're going to jump when you should have a much faster anti-air ready to hit on reaction that has a more effective hitbox and is safer for you to press on reaction than try and guess something as simple as anti-airing a bad jump in a game where whiffing a heavy attack can lead to a 45% combo because of punish counter drive rush level 3. What's quarter circle forward fierce? Well, it looks like Capcom took a page out of NetherRealm's book and gave me a vertical special attack. Why fighting game developers have started doing this, I don't know. They think that it works good as an anti-air, or I should say works well as an anti-air. It's not going to work as an anti-air, and it's not going to work as a cross-up. It could work in the corner. That's their only other excuse. It's fun to use this vertical projectile, Cyborg bending his back over, shooting his air gun straight up to show Mega Man how it's done, and it's good in a corner combo. So, you know, let's do this again. Cross-up jump, right? Let's do her. How are you going to do a quarter circle motion against a cross-up jump? You need an 11, like, let's be real here. Let's be real here. That's never happened. I don't know what this is useful for. Does it at least hit? It at least hits. It hits them when they're on the ground. So if you need an 11 frame combo includer, you can do quarter circle forward fierce. And this medium thing also hits. And the light one also hits. I think it's funny. I think it's funny that it launches. Can you like drive rush after that? Nah, not really. I mean, I don't know. I just think it's funny. These whip moves are not going to be fast enough to use as an anti-air, a reliable anti-air, both in terms of the startup, the execution, and the hitbox. So, I don't know. Again, there are a lot of moves that are useful in combos. I don't know that yet and won't think about it. I'm thinking about if I'm in the neutral game and I'm poking with the normal attack, what does this do? Does it control space? Does it mix up? Does it lead to a combo or something? Starting combos is one thing. Executing them and performing them is another. Let's look more at her move list. Her special move list, please. So what did we have before? We had Serpent's Lash. It's not nothing. It's just strange. And then it triggers the poison, sure. So applying poison, I don't know if they want you applying poison and popping it in the same combo, or if they want you comboing into poison, and then maybe your next maybe that's the risk. It's not like I'll try and poison them, and then I'll try and pop it. Maybe it's just that naturally, like combo A poisons, and the second time it bursts. I don't know. And you don't even need to try and work really hard to set it up specifically. It might happen very naturally. Serpent Slash. Oh, I just saw them do the EX, and that's something I didn't test. Oh, EX. What about, alright, so EX Fireball's +1. Okay. What about, let's see this. She says Scarab. See, she says Burst. And that's still -13. So the EX Lash is still pretty punishable. EX Fireball. EX Fireball safer, hits twice. I don't know that you would need to burn that meter if you're not going to get an especially better combo damage. I mean, 200 more damage for the EX meter. Is that worth it? Yeah, technically yes. I mean, to spend EX to add 200 damage to a combo, yes, that's worth it. But to spend meter for damage, is that worth it compared to a drive rush, you know, or a drive impact? I don't know. That's where EX moves. That's where you have to sort of determine how you want to spend your bar for EX moves. And you look either for more damage, because you don't want to do an EX move if it's not going to do more damage. You know, Lily has a lot of moves that don't get more damage, they don't start faster, they're not safer just because you EX them. And I see people burning meter in that all the time. So either getting new properties, damage, or whatever, but some benefit you want to look for. So then what else did I do? This Orchid thing. So EX, now wait a minute. So because Quarter Circle back has 3 different moves, it has light, it has medium, and it has heavy, if I'm always going to get EX Fireball, I'm always going to get EX Fireball. Let's assume that. Alright, there's no EX Puddle or EX Burst. Okay. And then Serpent Slash. That starts in 21 frames. How safe is it? Minus 14. It pulls her toward him. Alright, maybe that's in a combo. What can I do out of it? I'm at +4. And you cannot Drive Rush special attacks to get additional hits done. So that's not going to work. So I'm only going to get a jab, a crouch jab. +4. Can I hit it multiple times? Did that combo? I wasn't looking. Yeah, combo. Alright. So you can combo into... Alright, so you can do Quarter Circle Forward EX, combo into Crouch Jab, into Drive Rush, into Stand Jab. If you were so desperate for a combo. Can I combo... I can combo Crouch Jab into Crouch Short. Maybe you want to do that. Because I can't combo Crouch Jab into Stand Jab. So you have to combo Crouch Jab into Drive Rush. And then either decide... You wouldn't do Crouch Jab again because you're not going to get anything off that. Like, you would have to do Stand Jab, probably. Well, maybe you could do... Okay, hang on. Stand Jab adds +4, Crouch Jab +4, Crouch Short +3. So you could use the advantage with the Drive Rush to then create 8 frames, and then do something like that. So, okay, let me explain. Aki struggles to link her light attacks together, and some of the best things you could do is a Drive Rush. So her Stand Jab, let's say she has Stand Jab combos because of this unique chain combo. And then otherwise she has a low short, which even on hit doesn't do much. It doesn't do much. You technically can't... You can barely chain it with a low at point blank range into a jab. But this... Okay, so what does she have? She has Stand Jab twice. Let's say that's one combo route. And then let's say she has Crouch Jab because it's 4 frames, not 5 like the Stand Jab. And it's ducking. And maybe you also want to use Crouch Short because even though it's 5 frames, it's a true low. So let's say she has these 2 routes. Double Stand Jab and then Crouch Short, Crouch Jab. Let's say. You go off the Crouch Jab. Off the Stand Jab, you know, she's got a lot to work with. Maybe she's got special cancels. But off the Crouch Jab, it seems that the best thing you could do is Drive Rush. Well, what can you do? When you Drive Rush out of a jab, you don't have a lot of room to do moves the way that you would if you were to do, like, you know, a medium punch or a heavy punch or a heavy kick. Even into Drive Rush, I get a lot to work with Drive Rushing out. Like, I can do Roundhouse, Drive Rush, Stand Fierce. Right? I can do Stand Strong into Stand Strong. Maybe I could even do Stand Strong into Roundhouse. I can't. I can even do Stand Strong, Drive Rush into Roundhouse. So the initial move even gives me a lot to work with, rushing into the next move. With jabs, it's not so. With jabs, you barely can do anything. Because they're just... They don't deal enough stun, even going into Drive Rush. You gotta spend how many frames, you know? 14 frames trying to get out of there. The best I can do is, you know, you see players do this a lot. They fish for 2 or 3 jabs, standing or crouching, then they Drive Rush, and then they do more jabs. Jab, jab, drive rush, jab, jab. It's better to get something. You know, they don't want to try and super cancel or special cancel one standing short, one crouching jab, one light attack. And they also don't want to try and link a bunch of light attacks together, crouch short, crouch jab, stand short. So they'll do like 2 or 3 jabs. Jab, jab, drive rush. Crouch short, crouch jab, drive rush. They'll kind of do that. They'll chain a couple lights together and then drive rush. But then all you get out of that is more jabs. Why would you want that? Well, drive rush adds 4 frames of hit stun, making jab, jab, drive rush, jab give you 8 frames to work with. Now all of a sudden, you can do... Now you can get your strongs, now you can get your medium punches, your medium kicks maybe. Let's see if I can do that. Look at that. I can do double crouch jab as like a 4-frame punish or something, or you know, crouch short, 5-frame low, into jab, into drive rush, tag them with another. Maybe that's something that's worth learning. Maybe that's like an advanced thing to learn. If you're going to be relying on jab to start a drive rush combo, maybe we should be building combos that's like drive rush jab, drive rush stand short, drive rush low short, and see what the frame advantage is. Your most frame advantage granting light attack coming out of a drive rush from a light move. So let's see. Stand short gives me 8 frames, stand jab gives me 8, crouch jab gives me 8, and crouch short gives me 7. So yeah, think about that. You could do jab, jab, drive rush, and then get a standard crouch jab, and that gives you 8 frames to work with. Well, now all of a sudden, I can hit stand strong. I could even hit crouch strong. Let's see. How fast I gotta do it. There you go. Very fast. But a little bit awkward because of the animations. So, jab, drive rush, jab, medium punch. I like this, oh, because it starts in 5 frames, that's why. See? Look at this. That's why that works. And that's why I build one combo and do it consistently and just worry about the timing on this one combo. So her stand jab is 5 frames, you drive rush out of it, and try and do another stand jab, you're working with 5 frames. You do a crouch jab that's 4 frames, boom. 4 frame startup every time, baby. And then you got 8 frames to work with. You got 8 frames to work with. You want to do a crouch medium punch? That works. Crouch medium kick? That works. Stand strong? That works. Alright, so now, a light attack into a drive rush might not work straight into another heavier move, a heavy move, a medium move. But into one more light attack just to give you enough frame advantage to start something medium. Maybe that's like a new combo route style to work on in practice. For me or for you. Let's see, I was looking at her EX specials before I got distracted by something very useful and interesting and informative. Serpent's Lash, I said the EX. Oh, because the EX pulls me in. Quarter circle forward EX pulls me in. And the only thing I can get off of it is a jab. And I said, well, what the hell can I get off a jab? And then I started building the most godlike combo known to man. There you go. Cool. Cruel Fate, quarter circle back kick. Leap forward in the air and unleash a series of piercing attacks in a downward arc. Useful surprise attack to get around the opponent's attempts to check you. I don't know what this check means. You mean like a low poke? Check? Check what? That I'm standing, that I'm awake, that I'm not blocking low, that I'm not hitting a button. This is kind of short, but I'm using the short version. So, the different versions go farther. I like that idea that they go farther. I like the medium, it's okay. The medium kind of keeps me close, but reaches far enough to still hit them. What about from jump range? Yeah, I like the medium at least. I don't like the light. It's too short. I don't like the light version. But I do like the medium version. What about the EX version? Poisons them. Reaches about as far as the light version. I like the roundhouse. Let's make her block all this. -3? No way. How is she so safe? I think I like this character. Hey, I might play this character. Fuck it. I think I like her. I'm really gonna look at her, look at her combos and look at her in a match and really see if I like her. Okay, cool. That's safe. That is unbelievable. Yeah, I like it, sure. Maybe this is like anti-fireball. Not in the sense that it's invulnerable, but it might go over something. Well, she has a fireball. Let's test it now. Maybe. On reaction, though. Okay, it starts. I mean, and I'm safe, so they might be afraid to, Why don't I, What can I do? Here, I'll record her doing... And then I'll just mash jab. To see if she can anti-air me out of it. She hits me. Oh, I could slide under. I mean, we're in the lab here. I'm in the lab here. Alright, so... Might not be the best anti-fireball option if they know they can just jab you afterward. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Theoretically, maybe not necessarily a fireball, but a slide. Maybe this is like anti-slide technique. She has sort of like a roundhouse. Oh, I go on the other side. That's no good. I go too far. I go too far. You could maybe use it to get out of the corner as an attack. Let's go to this corner. Let's go to this corner. She's gonna do... And then I'll just have her do it twice. Try that again. Maybe. They might be able to... Can I record her doing it? I want her in the corner. And I'll record her doing... I'll just record her doing it. Why don't I do, she's blocking, and then she's doing this. She's blocking. She's gonna go out. I don't know. Like I'm pressuring her. You know? She goes out. How could I punish that? Her going out. Who does that remind me of? You know, what this move reminds me of? This reminds me, A.K.I stand roundhouse reminds me of Manon's quarter circle forward kick. That's what it reminds me of. Except that mine is, why aren't you blocking at all? Block after first hit. What's going on here? Block after first hit. What happened to your brain? Mine is -3 and Manon's is like -13. I like this move. I don't really know why. I just like it. I think it's going to scare people. Maybe just do it raw. It's going to scare people. It's one of those moves that's like fast. They're right up on you. It's going to scare people into freezing and blocking. It's going to make them freeze and they're going to block. And then you're in on them and it's safe. What about against drive impact? I mean, her drive impact moves her forward really far. I mean, you know, can they drive impact it? So I need to record her doing it. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, because how many times does it hit? It hits 4 times. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you were to do this to try and get in, and they're like, maybe the answer is to drive impact, you'll wonder, well, does it hit enough times to break the armor? But some of the hits might have whiffed because of the range and the distance. Like, look, that was the roundhouse version, but it only hit 3 times. That was the medium version, it only hit twice. So, I don't know. I like this move as a tool to get in. It doesn't have to be so godlike. You could kind of use it to get around projectiles if the timing's right. If they get afraid, they could bait you into throwing a projectile and then just, like, you know, doing something. That's like the Street Fighter strategy as old as time. Throw a fireball, get them to jump over it, anti-air them. But I don't know. The fact that this move is safe on block, I bet it's useful for something. I like it. I like the medium and the heavy versions because they move so far. And then the EX version, what does the EX version do? It's more like a... That does 1700 damage, so... I mean, maybe that's a really good punish. Maybe that's a really good punish as an EX move. 1700 damage, that's not even a combo, that's just one special. And then it poisons them, and then you could pop the poison later. Maybe that's a good combo ender. It captures and grabs hold of them, not as a throw, but as a high. That's a lot of damage, just for 2 EX bars. So I like that idea. What about on block? And it's still safe, +2. Maybe that's like a good, you know... Maybe that's like a good... My inputs are getting lazy because of Mortal Kombat. You know, you don't need diagonals in that game. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like the move. I don't know exactly how it's useful, but I like it so far. What else do we want to know? Snake Step. A quick low-profile maneuver that carries you forward, an effective means of closing in on the opponent or avoiding attacks. So speaking of avoiding fireballs, Snake Step. So the light one keeps you in place. Quarter circle forward kick, the light one keeps you in place. The medium one rolls you forward a little bit. Can you attack out of it? No, you just do normals out of it? Okay. And then the roundhouse does what? Slides you really far, ducks you down really far. So maybe she was already throwing fireballs. Well, I did the wrong move already. Forward. Yeah, you can do that on reaction. With the roundhouse one. When it's really close. When I'm really close. Wow, you get in on there fast. The roundhouse one takes longer to start. Well, let's see this first. The light one officially starts in what? There's no starting frames, but there's total animation. So the light one is 37, the medium's 39, and the heavy is 43. The medium one seems to drop to the ground fast, but the heavy one closes distance fast. Like, you're right on there. But the whole point is, again, I can't be anticipating and guessing and priming and planning and preparing to do this. Because they could flip the script and turn the whole match on its head. And then Aki's left upside down, topsy-turvy. So you want to be able to do it on reaction. Like, either lightning fast immediately, or as late as possible, at the last possible minute, you can still input it. I like the medium one to just sort of get around. Yeah, why not? But I mean, you know, if you're looking for them to do it, again, you're just making a read and dialing it in ahead of time. That's no good. What if she does... and then just smashes jab? Oh. And see, maybe that's where... I did that on accident. I did quarter circle back kick, and then it wound up working out. Look at that. She'll interrupt you. So I don't know. To close the distance and get in on something, it depends on... Look, and then she could just jab me. Yeah, the roundhouse one, it goes far. Maybe the medium one to avoid. But then you also just have parry. Is it gonna duck a high? You know, can it duck a high? It does duck highs. How fast? Who was the guy who had this? Was it, wasn't there a character in Street Fighter 4? Either El Fuerte or... Who is the oil guy? The red guy? With the barrel? Didn't they have some move where they could go to the ground? And Dawson and Vega had some move where they could tower up? I don't remember, man. I don't remember. I played Akuma. And I just did demons. I don't know, Snake Step. And then what about this one? The EX version. I'm crossing sides. The Roundhouse version crosses sides. And the EX version crosses sides. What does that orange mean? Orange means projectile invulnerable. Well, I'm already under the fucking projectile. Who's got... What is it, Ashra throwing a wall of light at me? I mean, what kind of projectile do I need to invulnerable through? No, that's strike invulnerable. That's not projectile invulnerable. Look at this. Look, I'm going straight through. But she's auto-correcting, so be careful. The CPU is still auto-correcting. Don't think you're getting a free lunch here. I don't know. The EX version, I don't know that I like that. It's already supposed to be so low you're going on projectiles. The Roundhouse version crosses up. The EX version spends meter to get around attacks, but then if you want to get out of the corner and they're like trying to, again, they're trying to pressure you. What are they pressuring you with? They're pressuring you with a 4-frame jab. They're not doing some 16-frame heavy attack because you're just going to jump in combo, counter punish combo, you know, drive rush level 3. It's not nothing. With parry, I don't know. It's not nothing, but it's there. The snake step or whatever. I like this thing. I like that thing. Let's get forward advancing attacks. It's my raison d'etre. Snake step. And then sinister slide. Down +2 punches can be canceled by pressing up. A technique that has you slither forward on your back and can be followed up by 3 different attacks. Input up while slithering to cancel. Little Mr. Slithers. And I can just use the macro of triple punch to get down there. She eventually gets up. There's a total animation frames of what? 216. And then how fast can I cancel it? 21 frames is minimum. And I can press and hold up to do it as fast as possible. 21 frames minimum. What does jab get out of that? Wow. She really bounces. So you could probably do this in combos. I don't know what's going to do it in combo, but you can special cancel into it. You can special cancel into it. So, I don't know what you need. I don't know what type of like advantage you need to make a combo. That works. Drive rush roundhouse. So, drive rush roundhouse. What is it called? Slither? I'll just call it Slither. Sinister slide. So like drive rush roundhouse gives me 8 frames of advantage. Hey, just like a fucking jab. So then can I do that? Wait a minute. Can I do double jab? That doesn't make sense. Oh, you only do it once. Oh god. Hang on. It's a weird input. It's supposed to work. Because look, drive rush roundhouse gives me 8. Drive rush jab also gives me 8. So technically that should be a... Technically that should be a combo. And then I cancel... Maybe that didn't combo. How did that work? What happens? How fast can I cancel into a move? 19 frames. What are the other ones? She does it. She does the same thing. Let's see what's different about these. I do Drive Rush Roundhouse, cancel into the Slither. And then I try and do a move out of the Slither to make it combo. And that works. Sometimes. But if the Roundhouse works with 8 frames, then the jab should work. So I guess when you hit down and 2 punches, you don't really have to worry about letting off down. You can just like hold down, hit your, punch macro button on R2 like I have, and then mash jab to get it as fast as fucking possible. So when you're coming out of a combo, why does that not work? Is the frame data wrong, or is something just not allowed? Because Drive Rush Roundhouse gives me 8 frames of advantage, and so does Drive Rush Crouch Jab. So technically they should give me the same combos. Like if that works. It's saying +2. I don't know. I'm not so concerned with it. Let's try and figure out what the difference is between these 3. Venomous Fang. Maybe they're all the same. 19 frames, 63. Let me put her on block all. -23. Maybe it's the same. Now that looked different. -23. Now it was. It looked like it was 25. I can't see. Look, 25. Maybe because of the range. Maybe because of the range. Not the hit impact of the button. So let's say that Jab, Strong, and Fierce all do the same move. 19 frames, 63 total. 23 to 25, 26. Still very punishable. So then out of the slide, you get a punch. Triggers Toxic Blossom, useful as a projectile deterrent. What the fuck does that mean? Projectile deterrent attack. Is it invulnerable to projectiles? Why would it be a projectile deterrent attack? Because it starts so fast. I'm gonna get hit by the projectile. How's it projectile deterrent, you dumbass? You just go around it. That's a stupid comment for them to fucking make. Anyway, ignore them. Ignore them. If you do Drive Rush Roundhouse, you can cancel into it. If she's not on block all. Anyway. Let's wrap this up. I'm getting tired of it, but I do like her. Heel Strike. Unleashes a pair of revolving kicks as you rise out of the strike. I want to see them on hit, please. 11 frames, hits twice. I mean, just off raw Roundhouse, Sinister Slide. Roundhouse, down, double punch. And then that. Pretty nice. Out of the Light. It's the same. Out of the Light's the same. Let me see something here. Alright. Out of the Light, it's the same here. Sinister Slide kick. It's a combo. 11 frames startup. What is it on block? -3. So still totally safe. It's a double hitting kick. Maybe this is your go-to option rather than the punch. That just poisons or pops them. You can cancel into it very easily. This is like a nice special cancel. Some of her special cancelable moves. A lot of her mediums are not special cancelable, but her roundhouses are. Like, Stand Roundhouse is special cancelable, and Stand Fierce is special cancelable. But, like, her medium is not, her strong is not, her light kick's not. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just her kicks. Can you combo Crouch Strong into this? Because maybe this Sinister Slide will give you more range. Maybe the Sinister Slide will give you more range on moves that are special cancelable, but they're kind of slow to start and far away. Like, let's do Stand Strong, Sinister Slide, and into the kick. That doesn't work. What about this? What about the strongs? So it's more about... That's like the strongs are cancelable. Maybe you want to do the strongs into, you know, do light attacks into drive rush, do the medium attacks into the bubble whip, and then do the heavy attacks into the kick. I don't know. What does she have? Because the roundhouse works. I don't know. It's just kind of an interesting thing. Would you ever just slide and then kind of like cancel it out? No, because it's 21 frames. I don't know. Maybe it's just a safe way to get out of this dumb option. I don't know. She goes low. Let's record her. Now you get hit. You kick up into it. Hey, that's a good question too. Hey, well, we just discovered something here. I think it's gonna kick me out as I just discovered this. Why would you want to do quarter circle forward kick when you can just do down punch and slide under a fucking projectile, like, and then cancel it? You see what I'm saying? What, like, can you not block out of it? I'll try standing up into it. I'll try standing up into parry. You see? Like she's throwing projectiles. Why not just do down double punch and slide under it that way? Or just parry. Maybe you don't want the frame stun of the parry. I get that. But why risk quarter circle forward kick, which you cannot do anything out of, and you cannot block out of, right? Let's do quarter circle forward medium kick, and I'll hold parry. Let me try something here. Let me try something. Quarter circle forward kick, flash parry. And we'll see how many total it is. We got 39, 8, and 29. Let's try some consistency here. Yeah, 8, 29, 39, 8, 29. So then now, what about this? What about... We got 21 frames just sliding and standing up. Well, what's... You see what I'm saying? I'm canceling it. It says 49 in the bar, but I'm standing up. Can we race? Can the two of us race? I want to make her record. Oh, the period ended. Well, don't say period. I have more. I have more, right? We're just getting going here. We're just getting going here. Use a rental fighter. Boom! Tried out the rental fighter. A.K.I. Get me back in there, man. I could just pay the 30 bucks. Well, they keep giving me all these rental passes. They keep giving me all these rental passes, man. Let's get back in there. I'm trying to test something here. Trying to test something. Just pay the $30. I got 5 rental passes in this bitch. So what am I trying to test here? Quarter circle forward medium kick is 39. But what about canceling and standing up? Okay, let's test this. I'm recording her. I'm gonna record her. Watch. No, 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 no. And she's gonna walk back. Good. Let's see if this is really 21 frames, right? You know, can she block this? I need to do some. I need to queue it up. Doesn't she have a move that puts me at neutral on block? On hit? Neutral on hit? Why don't you block anymore? Is there a fucking bug where this doesn't auto block after first hit anymore? Don't I have something that puts me at complete carbon neutral? I'm testing something here. I want to be at carbon neutral. Maybe it was on hit. It was on hit. Whatever. I don't care. Why do I need a neutral move to try and establish a bearing for... Well, it says 21 frames. I'm going to assume that's 21 frames. And then I can block a drive impact. I'll make her do this. I'll make her do that. And I should be able to do... What just happened there? She canceled out of her own. Maybe it is. Because I'm saying, it says, look at the frame-o-meter. The frame-o-meter says 49 frames. But my total frames say 21. I think this training mode got screwed up. Because drive impact is 26 frames. I should be able to stand. You see? I should be able to stand it. No! I should be able to stand and parry and it won't let me. Don't you think? In 21 frames? I don't want to do the fucking kick, you cunt. Just do this. Whatever. What are we really testing here? We're testing whether it's even worth doing quarter circle forward kick to go under these precious fireballs when you can just slide under and cancel and parry in 21 frames, even though it says 49. So stupid. You see what I'm saying here? You don't even understand anything. All right. What I'm saying is, by the time we strategize with this whole character and figure it all out, I don't know that it's really worth doing these quarter circle forward kicks. You know, just to get around the fireball. Just to get around the fireball. You know, it's too risky. It's too risky. Why not do this? Because that's the other thing I wanted to see. How fast can I block out of this, right? How fast can I block out of doing quarter circle forward kick in case I fuck it up? In case I fuck up the quarter circle command, you see? But all I gotta do is hit down double punch, down R2, and then I can attack out of that. That's what I like. That's what I like. Down R2, double punch, and then I have a perfectly safe. This is where we wound up in the beginning. I'm in the snake slide, right? I'm slithering. You thought I was Gryffindor, I'm Slytherin. Oof. And you get a kick out of it, and it's, look at that. Look at that. It's -3. It's so safe. Starts in 11 frames. No big deal, nothing doing. Nothing doing. So if she's gonna throw projectiles at me, and then I can cancel it, why would I ever do... Quarter circle forward kick doesn't even have any extensions. Not that they should, but I mean... With this designated slide cancel, look at that. Look at that. I'm slide canceling like Call of Duty. Look. Look, down 2 punch, stand up again. Let me see you touch the ground. You see what I'm saying? So I like this roundhouse out of it. I also like the cancel. You can just slide. You can just slide, stand up, and parry anything, right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, what's faster to get out of? Doing quarter circle forward roundhouse and parrying, or doing this slide cancel and then parrying? You can't get a good accurate read, but I feel that the slide cancel is safer and gives you more control. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. So we got the slide cancel. And then what else do we have? Light and heavy. No, excuse me. Light punch and kick, so it's a throw. During sinister slide when near opponent, as opposed to what? When you're far away and you're gonna whiff. A constricting grab attack at a sinister slide, a useful way to break through an opponent's guard when they're wary of other sinister slide attacks. So the one thing I wanted to see was, can I combo into this stuff? Like, can I reliably combo into this stuff? Is this a useful, like, stand roundhouse, sinister slide kick is a combo, and you don't even need drive rush. Like, it just does it. Can I drive rush out of this move, or is it a special? It counts as a special. I can't drive rush that. It'd be sick if it were normal. What about this? So what's everything she has? So this sinister slide kick is another combo option. Does she have EX versions? That'd be cool. The punch is too risky. It's too rare that you can actually get that as a combo. So then she has this throw. It counts as a throw. Let's record her doing it. Counter hit because I tried throwing myself. Counter hit, I got her. So when would it be viable to use the throw? It looks like she stays low to the ground. So she's... And look, it's like this kick. How fast does it start? 23 seems to be the fastest I can start it. Can I do this? No. So let's see. It says 33 frames though. 34. The action's 23. Yeah, I don't know. Look, total animation 49. And then out of it. Yeah, I mean the slide cancel, it gives you more control though than the quarter circle forward kick. I like the slide cancel. So she has a throw, it keeps her low to the ground. What does that mean? What does that mean? It keeps her low to the ground. Now, if you fuck it up, you get a kick accidentally, that's good. So if I record it, it's gonna start very slow, 23 frames. You can probably crush it with a lot of stuff that's like... Yeah, I mean, you can just be poking her. Here's the thing. Why do they have this option in there? Why do they have a throw option in there? Because you want to make them scared of the pressure and continue to block. You want them to block and you don't want them to press a button. So that implies that you should be like poking and comboing into this and using like sinister slide pressure as this means of like attacking a lot. Like you should be doing this a lot to make them wary of that stance. Like, does she have sequences where it's like, all right, let's say I'm going to pressure, I'm going to do double strong, I'm doing double strong, sinister slide, you know, like, she kind of reminds me of Venom from Marvel 2. Is this like a viable strategy? Like, I'm pressuring you, whether it's in a combo, like, and I'm getting combo damage off this, like, hitting random normals into sinister slide, you know what I'm saying? I can't even do that. I get some target combo off the fierce. So I'm looking at her normal attacks and I'm thinking, if they don't just want you to poke with the normal and they don't want you to drive rush, they want you to special cancel. What do they want you to special cancel into? Maybe they want you to special cancel into this sinister slide thing and then use the kick to be safe and continue the pressure, right? Because like some of these moves, some of Aki's normal attacks are too far away, even on hit. You're not going to be able to get any combo. So maybe that's where sinister slide comes in. Like crouch strong's a perfect example. Like I do crouch strong, sinister slide, and then I use the kick. Now I'm closer. I'm still at +3, just like I was before, but I'm closer. So maybe it allows you to get in. I mean, it's a forward advancing attack that allows you to get in. It'd be tough to interrupt. And then I just do it, like, all the time. I don't know. Do I like that more than just a low-medium kick? I mean, again, another forward advancing potential whiff punish. It's interesting that I thought, hey, does she have a charged move because she's got all these forward advancing moves? And she really doesn't, which benefits me because I don't really like playing charged characters. But, let's see. What else about her? So, why do they want you using this, you know, why do they want you using this stance that they claim is like a mix-up or pressure tool? Because she's not exactly Kimberly. She doesn't have a lot of things that move her close and get in on you, and like she doesn't have fast start moves that lead to combos. She has long range moves that are extremely safe. Why would you need this thing? I don't know. Some of her slide moves, that slide is kind of negated by quarter circle forward kick is sort of negated by quarter circle back kick and parry. So then you have this slide, unless it's useful in combos. And then she has a throw out of it. It's a command throw, but it starts very slow, so anybody could just jab you out of it and interrupt you. Like, you know, you can just do anything. But she does have that command throw. And the thing is, what are you doing to make them want to, like, block? Like, I'm going to hit them with the command throw because I made them want to block when I go into Slither stance, because they don't like dealing with, what? Stand strong, Slither. She's got such good normals, I don't know why I'd want to use that stance. Just keep using these damn normals. These normals are godlike. Look at these normals. She's got godlike normals. She's got so many godlike normals. Why the fuck do I need this stance? A stance that's gonna make you think, like, nothing in this game makes you think, oh, I'd better block. Everything makes you think, I'd better press a 4-frame jab. That's what it makes you think. So, I don't know. You know, this isn't like, you know, Scarlet and MK9. It's not like pressure, it's not Cabal. This is not Mortal Kombat, you know? Smoke cancels, Cabal cancels, run cancels. It's not really like that. It's not like I'm going to be pressuring into this, you know, Slither stance and then be pressuring you more. I'm just going to be poking at you more. So I don't know. I mean, a block pressure string into that command throw. Maybe you just use it for the command throw. And you just catch them slipping. I'll tell you, it's faster than Blanca's 30-frame command throw. And maybe it's equivalent to like a 20-something frame overhead. So rather than using her overhead, maybe that's your goal. You have some really awkward, weird moves that work very effectively. Like forward roundhouse beating lows, and this sort of dive thing. Oh, does that beat a throw? Let's see. Let's see. Does that beat a throw? Not grab. And it said success input. Success input. Let's see it even after the first one. That's an interesting idea for a strategy. Just like randomly doing this. But see, the thing is, what about the jab? I got hit. I got hit. If they're getting close to you and just doing this, oh, an autocorrect Thunder. All right, scrap that. Scrap that idea. Scrap that idea. I don't just randomly doing that. You saw what happened. You're gonna go over. They're gonna go under. They're gonna go the wrong way. You're gonna get hit. You counter hit. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Kind of weird. That's just a random off-the-wall idea. But this idea of, I don't know, dropping into Slither stance. So Slither stance does what? It goes under highs. Well, maybe I want to do this. You know? Maybe it drops under highs. Maybe that's why I like it. Alright. The throw gets beaten though. See, look, it's saying success. The throw is getting beaten. The throw's getting beaten, but the lows are not. Look, see, the punches. Alright, so the stance is good. It's not a pressure tool, it's a poking tool. It's a footsie tool. The throw doesn't really beat anything though. I don't know. She has a command throw. She has a lot of stuff in her repertoire that I forget. The command throw, forward roundhouse. So she has a lot of weird, unique moves that are very interesting and I like. So this Slither stance is awesome because it low profiles. So she has a move. She has this forward roundhouse that kind of like goes over that. No, it doesn't. I don't know. She's interesting. I think I like this character. The Slither stance. I don't know. So low profiling big highs, big standing highs. And maybe as a whip punish. Alright. So then it's not a pressure tool. It's like just normal tool. Low profile a high. What if they do this? You could do that to get in. Nah, that's unsafe. That's unsafe. Maybe. You can always stand up. Maybe that's it. You know, like, I'm gonna go under your highs. Maybe that's the threat. I'll go under your highs. And then the threat is that I might... What's the threat? I even tried to grab... Look, it says success! Attempted command throw. And I got jabbed. I got jabbed! Alright, I don't... Okay, so the command throw is throwing me off. Slither, low profiles, highs. Which it probably says in the menu. That meant nothing to me until I realized its potential. So I like Slither into the kick. You can also cancel... Sometimes. You can cancel it, so maybe there's combo options. You could set up combo options. I'm trying to say... You know? Today, Junior. And then a command throw. I mean, it's there. You'll catch them in, you know, top 4 of Evo. I don't know, dude. Let's look at her command normals and then her supers, and then we'll call it a day. The overhead we saw, forward roundhouse, that's the weird one that I don't really like. I like stand fierce more than forward fierce. The roundhouse one, I like that. Double hitting sometimes can go over lows, sort of. But it's also advantage. Forward roundhouse, I like its advantage. Gong Fu during a forward jump. I never looked at her jumps. Alright, we'll do that. During a forward jump. And then she has 2 command... What are these called? Target combos? Jab, jab, which I very much like. And then fierce, fierce, which I actually don't like. Because I like her stand fierce so much, I just want to do it a lot. So what's fierce, fierce? Minus 15, I don't like that. But it bursts their bubble. It poisons them, and then you're going to want to fish for it, so it bursts their bubble. Let me see the difference. Fierce Fierce is 1274, and then when they burst, it's 1228, but something else is going on. They pop up. What's the deal there? You can act again. What combo can you get off that? What can I hit off that? Fierce Fierce. After they're bursted. Can't you just put the puddle down? So what can I do to combo them? You can drive rush. Well, that's not practical. I mean, you can always drive rush anybody in the air, but maybe that's the only way you can combo off that. Fierce Fierce on a poison enemy, drive rush. I wonder if there's something else you could get ordinarily. Crouch roundhouse. We just found it. Crouch roundhouse. Can I drive rush that? No. Alright. Alright, whatever. Can I do, watch this. Damn it, that didn't work. I tried to do Slither into a kick. That didn't work. Alright. Crouch roundhouse. So this double fierce, I don't know, maybe to end a combo. Maybe it's a combo ender, and it pops them. And then you can get a crouch roundhouse after that. Fierce, poison. So maybe as a combo ender, if you like, maybe at a drive rush if you like, if you don't have a special, I don't know, that you want to use. Wait a minute. Let's see. They're poisoned, right? So after they're poisoned, Fierce, crouch roundhouse, which is now becoming awkward, does 1948. What does oh, Stand Fierce is not special cancelable. Because I was gonna say, what about quarter circle back? What about quarter circle back and the what about comboing it to quarter circle back and then the whip, right? Well, the best you're gonna get is like 1700 rather than 1900. So maybe if you don't want to worry about special canceling, Fierce is a good ender, because Stand Fierce can't special cancel. So maybe Fierce is just a good ender, a target combo ender, and then you can get a follow-up crouch roundhouse to flip them. Yeah, okay. Throws, common moves. I don't know what that's all about. What I want to look at. Let's look at what drive rushes. We know that the jab does. We know that strong does. Fierce does not. Forward Fierce also does not. Does Forward Fierce special cancel? No, I just wouldn't use it. About crouch jab, we know it does. Crouch strong does. Crouch Fierce doesn't. So no roundhouses. Or I mean, no heavy. Sorry, I get this confused. What about stand short? Yes. Stand medium does not. Stand roundhouse does. Forward roundhouse obviously would not. Crouch short does not. Doesn't look like it does. Crouch medium does not also. And I'm assuming crouch roundhouse doesn't. So stand roundhouse is pretty good. Stand strong, all your light attacks. Crouch strong. The thing that you would be weighing is whether or not you want to drive rush on a normal hit from an attack, or look for a counter hit or a punish counter if you get unique extensions off that. It just depends what you are comfortable looking for when you're in the neutral game, walking around and poking with stuff. Like I said, I like low forward into super. It's kind of like an old habit. And I like that way more than low forward drive rush, so I don't really do that. Look, I just missed it even on the even using the shoulder macro for it. So, what else? What else? What drive rush? We looked at that. Let's look at her jump attacks. Something I should have done earlier. Jump jab. Okay, comes down. She kind of tucks in and kind of stabs down. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? Jump medium punch is another one of those like air to air. I kind of am not used to using those moves. I'm used to staying on the ground and anti-airing. And typically when I jump first, I don't know, it's like when I jump first, they anti-air me, and when they jump first and I try and jump at them, they air to air me better. So I don't know, because they were already committed to jumping, moving forward and attacking from the sky like a bird. So I don't know, jump medium, it's whatever. Jump fierce. So her jump jab's okay, her jump medium is fine. Jump fierce. It kind of looks like Jamie's and Kimberly's where they stick their head forward, but she's got her claws forward. It might tuck up in that like triangular style like Ryu and Chun-Li and Honda where they try and get under fireballs. So maybe Jump Fierce is good to sort of stay above fireballs and come down on them. Her claws are out forward, so the hitbox is like... The hitbox is both forward and down. It's probably really good. Probably Jump Fierce is really good. Jump Short, I think, is her cross-up. It's a light attack, so it's not going to be such great hit stun for combos, but it could be good for pressure because they come out of hit stun, so you can just keep pressuring them on block. Maybe you could do like a really cute, you know, light cross-up, short jump into Slither command throw. That'd be a really good like 50-frame mix-up. Let's see her medium kick. Her medium kick aims oddly down. It's like, it's almost like a dive kick without the dive. It's just the kick. Does this cross up? I don't know if it's going to. It seems awkward, like it wouldn't. Kind of reminds me of Vega's jump medium kick in Street Fighter V, which is why you had to use his jump light kick. So I don't think this crosses up. I don't like this because it seems lighter. I'd rather use the Fierce. It comes out sooner and seems to hit heavier and reach farther. So I don't like your jump medium kick. And then what about jump roundhouse? I don't really like this either compared to the Fierce. The Fierce is so good. The jump roundhouse takes longer, reaches above her. Her body is forward, so the hitbox is probably more vulnerable to an anti-air. You know, sometimes you can use good jumping moves to trade with the anti-air attempt from your opponent. This, like, I feel like this jump medium kick and jump heavy kick would get beaten really, really easily. Yeah, I just don't like it. So what about the hit stun itself? Hit stun itself is 11. What about the Fierce? 10. So technically, I mean, but she doesn't have an 11 frame move. She's got, you know, 8, 9, 10 frame moves. What's the difference? What about on block? Jump roundhouse is 6. Jump Fierce is 5. I mean, so on block you might like it. Then I got 8 there. I don't know. It might have more to do with how deep you attack. You know, how deep the hit is versus what move it is. Now you can do a little bit higher. I don't know. Your results may vary. It's weird. When you have a range like 11 to 5, that's so different. Like, look, I'll just use roundhouse. What I get there? 6, 7, 7, 5. I like doing it high. 2 for the Fierce, and a deeper 5. 10. I mean, who knows, man? It's Nebulos. Yeah, I like jump Fierce, and I like, jump, I don't know, jump jab, I don't know. Jump shorts or cross up, and I like jump Fierce. The rest of them remains to be seen how effective it might be. Because what's the startup? 7 frames on the medium kick, 8 on the roundhouse, 11 on the Fierce. So the only thing would be getting beaten to the punch, and somebody air to air or anti-airing your jump move before your jump move starts and becomes active. Nah, I just don't like this medium kick. I fucking don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the medium kick. The roundhouse is nice because you kind of flips and there's like a delay. So it's like it comes out later, so you can time a jump attack coming out later. But I don't know, that Fierce is active so long. The Fierce is too good. The Fierce is too good. And then jump short aims a little bit horizontal and forward. That's like her only horizontal jump move. And then it's also her cross up. So jump short and jump Fierce. And then she's got one at neutral. That's kind of weird. How often are you neutral jumping? She has a command move, unique attacks. During a forward jump, down Fierce. And then this is like she dives down. Cross up. Does it not hit in front? That's okay. So you can either do a normal move, or you can cancel it early to dive early. Let's look at, I'm gonna record her doing backward jumps. And then I'm gonna chase her. You know? And I'm gonna chase her. I don't think that the jump arc is any different. Let me get in the corner with you. I don't think the jump arc's any different. So it's a jump attack that doesn't hit. Here's the thing. You know, like Kimberly has that down Fierce that's kind of like Guy's from Street Fighter 4, and she'll that's an actual attack. She'll come down in front of you. She'll jump forward, and then instead of jumping over you and doing a cross-up air attack, she comes down in front. And this is useful for stopping your forward jump arc. It's useful for getting around projectiles. And it's useful for confusing the opponent and landing in front and not actually crossing up. With A.K.I's, it doesn't stop her forward jump arc. Like, I still like look like I'm jumping forward. It ends none of the jump arc. But there's also no frontal hitbox. It will only cross up. And it doesn't even do it that well. So again, your results may vary. It seems weird. Why not just do jump short where you can hit in front or in the back? So I don't like that. I don't like that. Down, fierce, in the air, it's stupid. Let's look at her supers, and then I'm done. Deadly Implication. Launch into the air. Useful as a follow-up. Okay, what do we got here? Double roll. Prepare. What kind of anti-air properties does that have? Let's make them jump. Let's see what you can do there. Gotta roll it. Oh no, you're gonna accidentally get... excuse me, you're gonna accidentally get the slide, the shitty slide. Counter hit. Because of the invulnerability, not necessarily any anti-air properties. Okay. Okay. What about the level 2? Extends multiple talons and leaves a pool of poison useful for attacking from a distance, and if the poison hits, opponents will become poisoned if they touch the pool. So, my inputs are sluggish. What is that? Wow, 2,000. What does her level 1 do? Boy, am I slow. Starts in 10 frames, but see, long startup on a super is not a big deal if it has a lot of invulnerable frames. If there was only like 1 frame of invulnerability that says it's strike invulnerable, I don't know if it'll get hit by projectiles also. 46 frames. Let's record her doing it. Let's see where she gets there. See if she get hits. Punish counter. It got interrupted because it's not projectile invulnerable. So, you know, let's see. Why don't I do? Let's see if I can input this through it. And I got hit, stuff. So I did get the successful reversal. There was a gap. I did get to start the super, and I got hit by the projectile because it's only strike invulnerable. So level 1 cannot invulnerable through projectiles. And then level 2 is quarter circle backward, and it's on a punch. What's the deal with this? And it leaves a pool on the ground. So she's sort of needling the ground to leave the pool. Can I get poisoned by my own pool? And that's a projectile. I mean, it's exciting, it's fun. I like the way it looks, it seems cool, it seems something like something I want to land. It seems more interesting than the level 1. It just kind of, I don't know. The level 2 is a lot more, you know, Marvel versus Capcom than just Capcom. Claws of Yazi, and then, alright, and then this is going to be level 3. It's a high. 10 frames fully invulnerable. 9 frames of invulnerability. The white is total invulnerability. Okay, what about, let's put them on block. Block all. it's over. Minus 19. So if I made her do that and then blocked, I could do... Oh, very nice. Why are you fucking not doing it now? And then I could get a punish counter. So even in that puddle... Even in that puddle, I can't block. There's no blocking the poison if I'm in the puddle. It's automatic. Why don't I make her do... And then I walk around, that's it, huh? What if I put her on... Yeah, block all. Even if I put the puddle there, she's... Is that, like, a good strategy? Canceling into the puddle? Like, you know, you're fighting and pressuring them, and you're just like, you know what, I'll put the puddle down. And it kind of catches them sleeping, like, oh shit! You know, I thought he was going to go for a mix-up or something. Is he going to throw or block? So many people mash jab, though, because they're supposed to. It's like, that's a great strategy. But... So level 1 is punishable. Very punishable. Level 2 is also punishable. So she even A.K.I herself can get Stand Fierce, which means that she could get... Let's see, it fucked it up. What? Center, left. So I can do... Yeah, double fierce target combo. Wait a minute, can she not do 2 level 2s because the poison is on the ground? And theoretically, you would never be able to... Hang on. You would never be able to spend 2 bars and then build and be left with 1 over and build a second bar to do a second level 2 before the time of the purple puddle ran out. Look, I can only put 1 puddle on the ground. Regardless of whether or not she's poisoned, I can only put 1 puddle on the ground. The move doesn't come out. So if I have a so then let's see. If I have a puddle on the ground, can I do level 2? Obviously, yes. And then if I do a level 2, can I do quarter circle back medium and put a puddle on the ground? Okay, so these 2 puddles are independent. But if I do... That's why it's fucking up in training mode. Because I have 2 bars, but the big puddle is on the ground. You see what I'm saying? You would never be able to refill your bars fast enough to do the level 2 twice. And the reason why training mode's not allowing me to perform it twice is because the puddle from the first level 2 is on the ground, and it's like deleting the move list. Alright, that's just a weird nuance. But it's what, minus 16 or 19 or some shit? And Manon herself. A.K.I herself can get Fierce as a punish for a level 3. So then we're going to look at, or for a level 2. So level 2 is quarter circle back punch. Both her level 1 and her level 3 are quarter circle forward. So this is a good opportunity to explain if there's one thing that I found in this game that I did invent. Other people may know about it. I've never heard one person talk about it. I've never heard it discussed or shown or used, but it's very easy. You can actually, let's hope it still works, they didn't patch it out. You can actually option select supers in the game based on the input and the super meter level. So A.K.I's a perfect example. She has a level 1 and a level 3. They're both on the same direction, quarter circle forward. Level 1 is on kick and level 3 is on punch. So if you're in a situation where you don't know how much bar you have, because I don't look at the corner of the screen to see how much bar I have. If you don't remember what button is your special, if you don't know whether you did, maybe you're Chun-Li and it's like, oh shit, did I do the combo that leads to level 1 or level 2? Or did I do the combo that leads to level 1 or level 3? Oh, I can't remember. Like, there are a lot of characters like Jamie. Jamie has moves that combo into his level 3, but not his level 1. Cammy basically can combo into level 1 or 3. Chun-Li can combo a lot of times into level 1 or 2. And so when you have these characters where their supers run in the same direction, it's just a matter of what face button you want to press and how much bar you have. You can actually hit them both at the same time, and it will option select the highest one. It'll option select the highest one based on how much meter you have. So you can just hit... I have jab on square, and I have roundhouse on R1, and that's just sort of what I use. I also use like triangle as medium kick and R1 as heavy kick to do EX kicks. And I'm used to using shoulder buttons like macros on R2 to do it. So you can hit a punch and a kick and you'll get it. I'll switch it right now and show you. Player 1 special gauge. So like, let's say I only have 1. It'll choose to do the level 1, even though I just hit both. Even though I hit both buttons. I'll even try and hit the kick first. I'll hit the punch first. It doesn't matter. Now I'll put it on 2. It'll still do the level 1. And then I'll switch it to level 3, and all of a sudden, it does level 3. So, if you're ever struggling to remember what button your super is, how much you don't know how much meter you have, you don't remember what's correct, as long as you get the directions correct. Or like, let's say you have a level 2, and you know it's quarter circle back, but you're so used to doing level 3 and level 1. Oh, I know level 1 is quarter circle forward kick, level 3 is quarter circle forward punch, and you go, oh shit, what the fuck is the level 2 again? Oh shit, I know it's quarter circle back, oh shit. You just hit them both, and if it's punch, it's punch, if it's kick, it's kick, and if you hit them both, it'll still come out. Just so long as you have the meter. Or maybe you're used to like Chun-Li. Yeah, you know, you don't know whether or not you have the meter, and you figure, fuck it, I'll go for it. Maybe there's also ones where if you don't get the super, you'll get a special instead. Sometimes you get specials and supers on accident. Like sometimes you try and wake up super. You try and wake up reversal and you get a super, like Lily. She doesn't even have a reversal, but it's like, or Jamie. You try and do Dragon Punch kick and you get his kick super, and it's like, well, if it was a reversal anyway and it was going to hit him anyway, better to spend the bar than the EX. Or Ryu, some combos, you know, Fierce Drive Rush, Fierce Back Fierce, and then you have to do Dragon Punch into his level 3, or you can't do a Dragon Punch into his level 1. There's all kinds of routes of what's allowed, what normals can cancel into specials and supers, what specials can then be canceled into super. So if there's one thing I've found and contributed, it's this. You can just hit punch and kick when trying to do supers, and it'll auto-select based on how much meter you have to do the highest one. I think that that's a good enough overview of A.K.I. I think she's really cool. She's very exciting. She has a lot of long-range moves and is extremely safe. She might be rather simple in terms of the combo department. She really seems like a poke space control character, long-range, safe. She might be right up my alley. I think also I got used to moving around with her, and she looks really cool, and she sounds cool. She sounds kind of like a cooler Jury. And yeah, kind of like this mysterious woman that I want to know more about. I'll look at her combos and maybe play some matches with her, and I'll let you know what I think. You can let me know what you think, and we'll keep playing. Now I get to watch all the match footage of everybody using her since I looked at her now. It's helpful to know the move list and the frame data before watching matches, so you know what's going on, the commands and the normals. But this has gone on long enough. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next game, Street Fighter 6.